morning, welcome back to my channel. It is day 2, November 2025, and yes, the pressure by the United States of America on Nigeria finding its water level has been intensified. And indeed, it is not surprising to me but to the Northerners that Tinubu is about to throw them under the bus in a bid to save his own interest and, of course, to save his own people. At this stage and time, Tinubu will not try the mistake to say that Shettima will be his running mate come 2027. Because in this outcry for Donald Trump to set his foot soldiers into the Nigerian soil to fight against Islamic terrorists, fundamentalists, is being led by the Middle Belton Christians. And if there's any message Tinubu wants to send to the international powers to tell them that, listen, Nigeria is not in any way intolerant to the Christians, is to look into the north and pick a Christian. And so for me, I am saying that I see Shettima as a gunner in a matter of 1 year or 2 years. But again, you know, the Arewas will always respond. They will always respond. And now they are saying that they are meeting for a regional interest. They want to ensure that their vote goes in one way, which for me is a welcome idea. I sincerely do not have an issue for them if they say they want to put all their votes behind an article. Yes, because as it stands today, we know that the opposition leaders or the opposition party is being led by a northern Fulani man, which is Atiku. Okay? Yeah. So what do we have here? What are the options before President Tinubu? What and why should Tinubu continue to risk his own political future for some people in the north who have insisted that they will throw him under the bus if they get the opportunity, simply because he has refused to do their biddings by appointing their sons? Don't forget that in October, they wanted the head of Tinubu. Yes. But shortly in November, they want Tinubu to come to their rescue, Tinubu to save the Nigerian contraption. In fact, on social media, we have some solution, such as let us take out the Sharia law that is inserted into the constitution if Nigeria must continue to exist. But all of a sudden, you see this northern Islamic fundamentalist, them plenty online. Yesterday, there was a massive revelation, a massive exposure that these northern influencers are ready to stick their neck out and their head to be cut off instead of Sharia to be removed from the constitution. We understand that the USA want to take a look at the very deep root cause of the religious tension in this country. For many years, if you take a look at the wars, the riots that has happened in Nigeria, it has always been on religious basis. Or shall I say, we have more of religious infighting than even ethnic fighting. Take a look at the 1992 Bonke, the issue of Southern Kaduna, what we have in Benue, what we have in Plateau, the former minister of digital economy, how he said they were going to carry out an Islamic jihad to Islamize the Middle Belt that has been stopping them the inroads into the southeast and southwest. Then I tell you, Tinubu will not risk another northern Muslim. Come 2027, Tinubu will throw the north under the bus. If you take a look at Tinubu, he will not put your own interest ahead of his own. He doesn't have that luxury or that kind big heart to say, oh no, let me suffer for you to prosper. If the pressure continues, if the northern oligarchs which have infiltrated the Nigerian army, I have it on my screen, you can see there where a man that has been That man there has been, he has been assigned, he has been designated as an Islamic terrorist in India, as um, terrorism financing. That man came to Nigeria. He started calling the Nigerian Air Force as he called them Islamic Air Force. He met the Sultan. He said, "Meet the head of state of Islamic Republic of Nigeria." I mean, he came all the way. He posted such, and the Nigerian army, those forces that saw that post, could not call him, "Oga, pull this thing down." Nigeria is not an Islamic state. When he wrote it for the Sultan, I did not see it. Perhaps it happened. The Sultan did not message the man, Zahir or whatever, that you put this thing down. I am not the head of state of Islamic affairs, or Islamic. Nigeria is not an Islamic. They just all kept quiet and then they rode with it because it suits their narrative. Now it seems God is a Nigerian Christian. Today, November 2nd, I dare say that apparently it seems that Nigeria that God is a Nigerian Christians. The blood of the innocent, the blood of the Christians that have been genocided, massacred in their thousands, seems to be crying out today. And why we must not listen to every schemes of the deceptors, of those voices telling us to defend Nigeria, defend this, defend that, is this is an opportunity for maybe, or just maybe, for Nigeria to get that true self-determination we have always wanted. Yes, these are not my words. These are the words coming from the world most powerful country, United States of America. But this issue did not start today. Okay? And this issue, for me, I suggest Tinubu should not stand in the way of true freedom for the Middle Belt and the Southern people. Because I know that no matter what he does, the North will still not vote for him. They will not. He must understand that Nigeria must get to a total place of restructuring. We can have a chance to restructure this country now without going into war. Because we understand that America will become the eagle eye over watching us. But if we fail to take this chance, I'm afraid that a lot might happen. Because yes, we might decide to correct this problem. We might decide to silence the Christians. We might decide to deceive the Christians of Nigeria. Okay? Because there has been some gaslighting going on from the body of Murik, the Muslim Rights, international organization or council, that have been alleging and accusing the Nigerian Christians that, but Tinubu did you Christians well. Why did you have to betray him to Trump? Nobody betrayed Tinubu to Trump. First and foremost, Tinubu is not the progenitor or the man that started this problem. He's not the initiator. He's not the causative factor behind religious crisis. I dare say that Tinubu himself has always stood with the Christians. He always stands with them. His tweet right there, you see it on my screen, clearly states that Christians in their large numbers are being slaughtered. So we cannot be saying that we will keep playing the ostrich as at this age and time, because we cannot deceive America. We cannot deceive them. They have the intelligence. You will be surprised to note that the American president can have access to what you are doing right now in that your house. Yes, because all the platforms, the phones, everything, even to your clothes, these clothes now, no be Nigeria they make them. They fit just sew am for you, but the fabric was being manufactured from somewhere, not in Nigeria, because we do not have textile mill factories. So you must understand that just accept your fate. The North cannot believe that they have all become, oh, a wonderful lover of Nigeria. They are now seeking for solidarity from the Middle Belt. Ah, no, Middle Belt, oh, you people should calm down. We are all Northern South, calm down. They are telling us if America invade Nigeria, we will all suffer. Nigeria will become turn to Libya. Nigeria will not turn to Libya. It will not. Yes, Nigeria cannot turn to Libya, because if the Nigerian government under Buhari haven't spent over 50 trillion naira to finance security, apparatus against insurgency, but instead they keep recruiting repentant bandits, Nigeria will not turn to Libya. It will never turn to Libya. So you cannot gaslight us. We will not fall for that, that cheap blackmail, that cheap manipulation. At this stage and time, such things have expired. It has totally expired. It has expired. Because you see, this thing there, I just say Nigeria, this God now, it be like say you don't get Nigerian passport too. Nigeria don't finally land. God don't finally land for Nigeria. You got the reason I'm saying, let us find an external helper that will, most times you might not be able to solve your own problem. You will be praying for divine helper. So apparently, maybe Donald Trump wants to use his powers to realign this country. By the time they arrest one or two, people behind Islamic terrorism financing, when they expose them, any politician, they expose them. When all these things are out there, maybe suddenly we'll start seeing changes. Or perhaps they'll say that, okay, Biafra, oh yeah, going to go. Be like, now they go tell Donald Trump, oh yeah, I'm not going to go. I made a content when Trump became the president. I said that the issue of Islamic terrorism in Nigeria will likely come to an end, because we know that at the time Donald Trump became the president in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, or 2021, that was almost the time Buhari was living. And as 2021 to 2022, Donald Trump questioned Buhari. He asked him, why are you killing Christians? Why? What did Buhari did? He was just smiling. He looked at it. Instead of Buhari to say that Christians are being killed by Islamic terrorists. Yes, I am a Muslim, but I did not support it. What did he do? He kept quiet. And it was immediately after that meeting, Donald Trump put the first CPC, first sanction. But just some months later, Trump was defeated, and Joe Biden, the Democrats, have been globally established to be a political tool for Islamic radicals across the world. I saw a video from Imam of Peace who exposed that the reason why the Islamic fundamentalists like the leftists is because they see the leftists as dumb ass. That they are not after conserving their own religion, their own culture. So they see them as a willing tool, that they will play takiya with them. They will play that deceptive part of the religion to penetrate. When they penetrate, they will now bring in their own ideology. That is why you see that as at the time the Democrats were there, they worked. Yes. Was it not the Democrat that brought Buhari on board? Yes. You thought that if Buhari was the government when Obama came to Nigeria and he told them that I will give you some money but push this gay rights bill, Do you think Buhari wouldn't have done it? No, with my analysis, with my explanation, do you think Buhari wouldn't have done it? You think if that time they have told him that, okay, uh, we were sure that you are the one that is re-elected, but pass this bill, you think Buhari wouldn't have done it? Jonathan decided to do what? Do a research. Because he felt he needed to conserve the culture of Nigeria. Today, the option, the decision lies on the table of Tinubu. And for me, I have seen Tinubu as a conservative, as a man who wants to preserve the Yoruba culture, as a man who places the southern interests first, as a man who thinks that the northern hegemony should not continue. And I dare say that Tinubu will throw these northern selfish political oligarchs under the bus so that at the end of the day, the truth can be unraveled. Nigeria will now eventually be able to be restructured. Nigeria will have a constitution that is devoid of Sharia, no matter what defense the northern influencers try to do. Nigeria must have just one law that is free of religious interest, that is free of Christianity, Muslim, but the interest of the people. And this is our time to have it, to take it, and I pray that Tinubu does the needful.
Opportunities are out there for them. They can be rehabilitated. An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity.
Very much. It's an honor to be with President Buhari of Nigeria. We have many things that we do together, as you know, probably especially on terrorism and terrorism-related. We also have a very big trade deal that we're working on for military equipment, helicopters, and the like. We have met before. We have developed a great relationship, and we look forward to our discussion today. Very important, but again, especially as it relates to terrorism. And that's terrorism here and terrorism all over the world. It's a hotbed, and we're going to be stopping that. Also, we've had very serious problems with Christians who have been murdered, killed in Nigeria. We're going to be working on that problem, and working on that problem very, very hard, because we can't allow that to happen. Mr. President, thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Good
much.
on.
I thank you, Mr. President, very much for inviting me. It's a great honor. I'm very grateful for it. Certainly security is the main issue. We are very grateful to the United States for agreeing to give us the aircraft we asked for, the spare parts. We are even more grateful for the physical presence of the United States military specialists that go to our institutions in Nigeria and train them and go to the front in the northeast to see how they are performing as a result of the training given to them. So the commitment of the United States in get rid of terrorism across the world, we are first-hand experience of that, and we are very grateful for it. The problem about the cattle rearers and herders in Nigeria is a very long historical thing. But the states most concerned, they knew that the Nigerian herders never carried anything more than a stick and occasionally a machete to cut down foliage and give it to their animals. These ones are carrying AK-47. So I don't think people should underrate what happened in Libya. 43 years of Gaddafi, people were recruited from the Sahel. They were taught nothing other than to shoot and kill. With the demise of Gaddafi, they moved to their countries and to their regions, and they carried away with them the only experience they have, training, using weapons. And that's what is aggravating the situation. We are doing our best to make sure we have stopped the cross-border and so on, and to get the weapons, proliferation, small arms weapons in the region checked. But it's going to take time, and the action by United States in trying to see the end of ISIS has helped us a lot, because the Boko Haram in Nigeria at one time made a statement that they were loyal to ISIS. Now that ISIS have virtually gone with the help of the United States, we are very grateful for that. And we are sure that we are stabilizing the situation of security in Nigeria.
We have very much decimated ISIS. Much has taken place over the last 12 months. But Boko Haram has been terrible. And how did you do with the young women that were kidnapped? How is that going?
The Chibok girls and Dapchi one. The Chibok one was before we came, 2014. We had only a number of them. We recovered about 30 of them. But the Dapchi one, there are 106 that were kidnapped. We got 100 back. 4 died. 1 is still held in captivity. And we are very grateful to the United Nations organization that is acting as in-between between us and the kidnappers. And we haven't given up. We are trying to get everybody back to join their families and their schools.
A terrible problem.
Yeah.
Mr. President, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.